Okay, so this is the chart from the bottom, page 96. Right now we're still at the top, page 96, so not sure they're relevant to us yet, but we'll start. So I don't think we have the top just says that a day is 24 hours. Zemaniyos is 1/12 of the natural day, and by natural day he means the illuminated part of the day. It's not 100% precise. There are Zemaniyos at night as well, which are actually of different length that Zemaniyos during the day. But so I'm not sure why he would say that, but okay. Hashos b'mikra malos achad. Malos achad. Okay. B'mikra in the Tanakh ancient mitiyachasut l'musag shah b'muvana yadu hayom kelach mugdar shel hayom. The word sha'ar in Tanakh does not refer to a specific hour like it does today. The degrees of achaz in Malachim Beit Chaf and Yeshayahu Lamed Chet, Sha'on Shemesh, a sundial. Umfarshim Malot Sha'ot. They consider Malot as Sha'ot, and Epirus Mekubal Hayom is not accepted today. Many of the commentators, Beinem Rashi Zalsvin Shubarkam ben Malot Mamash, Madregot. Well, it would be nice if you brought down the pasuk for us to look at this. So I think we should bring the pasuk up on screen here. Malachim Beis Chaf. Okay. Pasuk. Second. Okay, can you see the psukim on your screen?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so this is the pasuk. Let's get out. What the Mefarshim say here?
Yud okay.
Well, actually, it's starts, I guess, in pasuk tes, and it's Vayom Yishel Zel Lecha Os Meis Hashem Ki Yaseh Hashem is the Devar Shediber Halach Hatzel Eser Ma'alot. The shadow has gone up 10 degrees in Yashuv Eser Ma'alot. Will go down 10 degrees. Chizkiel Nakel Hatzel Lintot Eser Ma'alot Lo Ki Yashuv Hatzel Achronit Eser Ma'alot. It was easy for the Hatzel to go up 10 degrees and go back 10 degrees. For Hashem Hashem Yashuv Hatzel Ma'alot Asher Yada Be'Ma'alot Achaz Achronit Eser Ma'alot. Okay, so there the sun evidently went back 10 ma'alot. So the Rashi says, "Prayatzel lemalot hasiyot l'shot hayom." Kamo orloin belaz shosim anashim livchon shot hayom. Oh, it sounds like clock hours to me. Kapetz tashyamtim makom sham shu sham kidei malach eser shaot. Hayshub lemala eser ma'alot v'yen rekilu shacharit. So actually, you gave him a choice. You wanted to stay in place 10 hours. You wanted to go back 10 hours. So Chizkiel said, Yom Chizkiel Nakel Hatzel Litot Es Ma'alot Davar Kal Litot. 1 second. Davar Kal Litot Limkomo V'Notev V'Nomeid Es Ma'alot Eino Davar Nikra Kol Kach Lo Ken El Yashuv Hatzel. Yeah, Davar Tema. He doesn't want to stand in place. It's not a big deal. Better go back 10 ma'alot. Okay, so then so that day was shortened 10 hours. They shouldn't be get a hesped. So those 10 hours came back now to Chizkiyahu Hanavi. So I'm curious what the Malbim says on this, because he's the most contemporary commentary you'll have here, but he's not. There is no Malbim. Let's see. Maybe next puzzle is a Malbim. No malbim. No malbim. Wow. There'd be no malbim here. Maybe he just didn't get around to putting. Maybe the malbim is not in this program. Okay. I guess they didn't put malbim in here. Anyway, so it sounds from Rashi that at least that we're talking about the actual hours. Let's see the let's see the Mitzudas David. So he's saying that he says more like steps, like the book, right? There are steps. We've come to tell the hours of the day. It sounds like a sundial to me. Okay, so in any event, I don't know. The Mefarshim clearly say it's about a sundial, unlike or some sort of clock. But so I don't know what it means. But Rashi says that's not what Rashi says in Melachim. Maybe in Yeshaya he says it, but not here. I guess we should look in Yeshaya. Maybe there's something. Maybe there's a parallel text there which has.
If you have something casting a shadow going up steps.
Yeah, but they're talking about hours, right? So that means that that it seems quite evident that it's measuring hours. Yeah. Here he says, okay, or login shosina umnin. I wonder what login is. Let's check that. Or login. Or login is it's a clock.
Okay.
You go to Wikipedia, that's an or login. Okay. A clock, a clock with a pendulum. The Chazal, it's a Sha'on Shemesh or Sha'on Mayim. It's either a sundial or a water clock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so so he's quite clearly learning that it's a clock. I don't know what he's talking about. The Mambi Meir says in Bir Hamilin or Malot Achaz, Kli Mar'eh Sha'ot Api Atzel Shetikein Achaz, V'Shemesh Tumar Im HaShemesh, HaShemesh Atzmat Hashem. So Kli Mar'eh Sha'ot Api Atzel seems also like a sundial. Okay, be that as it may. So it seems quite clear that we're talking about something where it actually measures hours. Professor Yigal Yadin, Matzir Information Malot Achaz Api Mivneu Shel Sha'ar Shon HaShemesh HaMitzri, based on this Egyptian sundial. Shnei Tonei Madrigot. Kibunim Menugadim. I have no idea what this is going to be.
Turei Madrigot.
Oh, Turei Madrigot. Kibunim Menugadim. Shnei Kol Tur Nitzav here. Sheshimesh Kid. Mon. יזכר השם בצער כל עצמם מזרחי, מאות השמש, הלא כל המדרגות מוארות כלפי מטה, בצהריים רואים שתי תיאורי המדרגות. I don't know, without seeing a picture, I don't see any way how we can actually understand what this means. I don't think it's worth looking for a picture of it. The next paragraph says, שונים בתקופה קדומה, שעון שמש מים וחול. שעוני שמש היו מוגבלים. Obviously, sundials were limited. Netanya Le'ezeben, Rak b'yom, is a day for Rak Mimei Shemesh. only on days which were sunny. לכן השתמשו בשעון מים, מערכת של שני כלים, a system of two vessels. כלי מלא מים, the vessel full of water, תחתיתו, and in the bottom חור קטן, שדרכו יורדים המים, which the water goes, בקצב קבוע at a specific set pace, על כלי שמסומן בקווים, to a vessel which had kavim, שסימנו את השעות by which they measured hours. וטכניקה מסוימת הוא שימש גם כשעון מעורר. So also served as an alarm clock. העקרון דומה נבנה גם שעון חול. This also was used, the sand, what's it called?
Hourglass.
Hourglass, thank you. Works in the same principle. שעון הנר, שעון המנורה, שעון אש, אפשר לדעת על פי בירת הנר, והשמן וכדומה, את משך הזמן שחלף. Okay, so that's a candle clock. משעונים אלה אי אפשר לדרוש דיוק. You can't get precision from them. That may be, but the Maisa, they can measure time, and they evidently were around in ancient times. אורך היום על פני כדור הארץ זה קווי רוחב שונים. So the length of the day is different at different latitudes. Well, we know that that's true. It's going to be without looking at the in detail. He says here if you're the equator, the day is 12 hours at 16, approximately 17 degrees. It's going to be 13 hours long, and at this, of course, in the summer. At 30 degrees is going to be 14 hours long, at 40 degrees, 15 hours long, at 50 degrees, 16 hours long, at 55 degrees, 17 hours long, and so on and so forth, until you get to 70 degrees, where it jumps from actually 60 degrees, which is 20 hours, to 69 degrees, where it's 2 months, because we're already above the Arctic Circle, and the sun is not setting for during the winter and during summer, and then at almost 80 degrees, it's 4 months, sorry. And at the North Pole, it's going to be 6 months. And the opposite in the lower hemisphere. Okay, fine. Middle column now. Sha'os obviously changes every day. Hashim yom yom b'kayitz hayamim arukim yoter, and in the summer days are longer. Zemaniyos arukut yoter during the day. Matzot b'choref hayamim ksarim, the days are short. V'chein orach hashot hazmaniyot are short. Hashim yom makom makom k'chol she'elech min hatzpin. Well, as we just saw, the further north we're going to get in the summer, the hours are going to show Zemaniyot are going to be longer because the day is longer, and vice versa in the winter. So he says, as we know, at the equator itself, it's always year long, 12 hours, the 12 hours daytime and 12 hours nighttime. It doesn't fluctuate at all. Okay. Now, actually, before we get that, let's go to the second column. השעות בתקופת המשנה בתלמוד, אבן שעות. בסוף ימי בית שני, then the second temple period, החל להתפשט בערב שעון השמש, שקוראים משנה אבן שעות, ודרשים לאותה תקופה, או לא דין. שעון שמש לא מצוי אלא בערים גדולות, sunrise only in great big cities, תאים מלכים ראשיים, and the house of kings and noblemen, rich men. היה זה מעין חצי כדור חרור, it was like a hollow a semicircle, which the open part of which was faced up. 12 shnatot. There were 12 gradations in it. Masmer, and based on the nail, which was in the middle, which would cast its shade on the area of the gradations. Netanya radat et hazmanit. Shows the obviously was far from being precise. Only much later they come up with precise sundials. or Ragin, Rov HaChokrim Mezahin et Or Ragin and Iskar, B'Sifrut HaTalmudit, Im Emen HaShot Anal. Yisum Sheyaz a clue that shows Ein Yodim Echpal. Okay, shkech. For some people say we don't know how it worked, but it seems that actually from Wikipedia article that it was a water clock. And that's called a chalpasidra, Mimkorot chalaf sidra, the changing of the order, Ushon Mayim. Okay. So now, going back to the middle. Zemaniyos have to do with the sun clock. Shayam Mishimush with Kufa Kduma. לכן טבעי להניח ששעות זמניות מתייחסות לזמן שבין זריחה לשקיעה. כן, משום זאת Rashi, Rambam, Barturva, it's logical to assume that shows Zemaniyos go by the time in the sundial, which is going to be between sunrise and sunset. אלה שהפוסקים האחרונים חלוקים בזה. יום מקובלות שתי שיטות בחישוב השעה זמנית. שיטת הגר"א ושיטת המגן אברהם. שיטת הגר"א יום is מזריחה עד שקיעה. שיטה זו שעה זמנית היא 1/12 של אורך היום משעת הזריחה ועד שעת השקיעה. Okay, it's 1/12 of the time from sunrise till sunset. שיטת המגן אברהם, יום עלות השחר יוצאת הכוכבים. שיטה זו שעה זמנית הוא 1/12 של אורך היום מעלות השחר ועד צאת הכוכבים. So it's from dawn till dusk, as we say. And here we have a table which is going to tell us the Orech Hayom for Rosh Hashanah Yerushalayim in the 14th of December, the 14th of March, and the 14th of June.
Which of the two shitas is the more mikubal?
The Gra. But that's the Magen Avraham. Magen Avraham was mikubal in Eastern Europe, for that matter, in Europe in general, as opposed to the Gra shita, which was mikubal, I guess, Lithuania. But it's the shita as the Gra is also the shita of the Sephardim. They don't have Mizrach also followed the shita, and the shita in Eretz Yisrael was always the shita sagra.
Okay.
So really, shita sagra was shita sagoinim. So it goes much earlier, even though now associated with the Gra and the Baal of Tanya, who both hold the same way. It really was the shita sagoinim, and then the Shulchan Aruch went to the Magen Avraham, even though the Magen Avraham says the Shulchan Aruch. And then so nowadays both systems are in effect, but the primary one is considered to be the Gra.
Okay.
In brief. So if we look at this table here, which now we have on screen, so on 14th of the Shita Sagra, this is going on according to Rabbi Tukachinsky. On the 14th day of December, the sunrise is at 6:27, sunset is at 4:40. So the length of the day is 10 hours and 13 minutes. The meat of Sha'os Manis is 51 minutes. On the same day, according to the Magen Avraham, assuming, then this is a big assumption, that Rosh Hashanah says are 90 minutes before sunrise and after sunset, and that's the whole problem of Magen Avraham. Because Rosh Hashanah and says have many different cheshbonos, many different shitas, which shita to use in determining the Magen Avraham. So actually, what he is doing is the most common, prevalent use of the Magen Avraham is using 72 minutes on the clock before sunrise and 72 minutes on the clock after sunset. That doesn't really make sense because it should fluctuate throughout the year based on degrees beneath the horizon. Right. So generally speaking, the Shita Magen Avraham, so if you make it vary throughout the year, it's going to be 16.8 degrees beneath the horizon, whenever that is, and 16.8 degrees beneath the horizon, whenever that is in the evening as well. But he's not going with that. He's going 90 minutes here. Okay? So if that's the case, even in December, the height of the winter, the Orech Hayom is going to be 13 hours and 17 minutes. Sha'os Manis is going to be 66 and a half minutes. So that means that you're never going to have actually a day in which a Sha'os Manis is less than 60 minutes. Right? It's always going to be more than 60 minutes. Sometimes much more. Okay, then we go to the middle, right? The 14th of March, which is close to the equinox. So on the Kohen Gra, a day is about 12 hours. The Sha'os Mice is 60 minutes. According to the Magen Avraham, a day is 14 hours and 53 minutes. So Sha'os Mice is 74 and a half minutes. Now on 14th day of June, which is close to the solstice, according to the Gra, the length of the day is 14 hours and 19 minutes. So Sha'os Mice is 72 minutes. According to Magen Avraham, the length of the day is 17 minutes and 17 hours 55 minutes. So Sha'os Mice is 89 and a half minutes. Okay, so now the 3 hours of, let's say, Shema, I assume it's going to do about this in the future later on, maybe not. The 3 hours of Kriya Shema, let's say. According to Magen Avraham, they should start from Alos HaShachar, right? According to Gra, they start from sun, so Netzacham. Okay, it's a major difference. So since, according to the Shita, that it's always 72 minutes on the clock, so the Gra, Magen Avraham time is always 36 minutes earlier than the Gra time. Okay, if you want to know the Magen Avraham and Gra, it's 36 minutes.
Okay.
That, of course, it's only one Shita, and it's probably not the correct Shita. But almost every Luach, which you see, if it has Magen Avraham and Gra, it's going to have a different gap of 36 minutes. Magen Avraham being 36 minutes earlier than the Gra.
Okay.
So the same thing will be true about Zman Tefillah. Magen Avraham is going 36 hours or 36 minutes earlier than the Gra. Okay. Well, I'm not sure about that. I take that back. I'm not 100% sure. I never paid attention to that. Okay, so look, we have one more block here then on the page. Hashem shows Zemaniyos lelach Lukos Hashanah. According to Chazal, all shows Zemaniyos the Pnei Yeshua. The Pnei Yeshua says that it's not true. He says the concept shows Zemaniyos does never appear in the Gemara. Doesn't appear. Doesn't say anything about Sha'os Zemaniyos. We shouldn't speak about Sha'os Zemaniyos, not the Gemara. So according to Yeshua, no, they're all wrong. Okay? And 3 hours of Zman Kriya Shema, 3 hours on the clock. So according to him, it doesn't matter if it's summer or winter. What?
Which clock?
60-minute clock. 60-minute clock.
Where does Chazal say anything about 60 minutes being
They don't say anything about Sha'os Zemaniyos either.
Okay.
It's all an interpretation of Chazal. Sha'os Zemaniyos. It makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. But Pnei Yeshua counters, oh yeah? Who says? So maybe a Shah has 1/12 of the day on a good clock. Now, it's a very fascinating assumption because it assumes that already time of Chazal, already time of Tanakh, they measured hours based on 60-minute hours.
Right.
That's his assumption. And therefore he says, Zman Kriya Shema starts always from sunrise and goes 3 hours. 3 hours on the clock. Okay.
We don't generally hold like that.
We don't generally hold like that, but there are poskim who say, who do pass. There's the famous, the most famous one being the Kumarner Rebbe, who was a very big Makubal. There was also a posek who passed like the Pnei Yeshua. But you're right, most poskim don't hold that way. But I just want to point out this important fact that it never ever says in Gemara that a shah is a Sha'os Zemaniyos. It never gives you those instructions, divide up the day.
Does Rashi and Tosfot or that start with the Rambam?
Yeah, you sure you do. But not the Gemara itself.
But obviously they didn't just pull it out of thin air, right? They had this out.
It's never phased by what Rashi and Tosfos say.
Pnei
Yeshua was not phased by Rashi and Tosfos. Okay, that was he was a gutsy kind of guy. So anyway, again, you're right. The Pnei Yeshua is not in the Skaba Halacha. Some people are Meko Shas Adchak, like Pnei Yeshua. Half the year comes out of Chumrah, half the year comes out of Kula. Right? In the summer, it comes out a Chumrah because the Sha'os Zemaniyos is longer than 60 minutes. And the winter comes out of Kula because Sha'os Zemaniyos is shorter than 60 minutes. So according to the Gra, not according to Magen Avraham. So half the year it's a Kula, half the year it's a Chumrah. So some people lie in the Kula in the winter. Okay, he has it made. Just mentioning as a point because he says Chazal shows money, it's not necessarily true. Okay, so but that's what he says. And the Nafkamina is, for example, in Sov's Manachilas Chomer to Pesach. That's only one example, obviously. According to the Gra, sunrise is 8:14, sunset is 6:06. And this is when he's saying when Pesach comes out 10th day of April. I guess that's a average date. So the length of the day is 12 hours 52 minutes. Shows mine is an hour and 4 minutes. For shows mine is so Achilas Chomer is 4 hours and 16 minutes. According to this, according to the hour clock of its standard time, it's 9:36 in the morning, 5:14, and 4 hours and 16 minutes. That's Sov's Achilas Chomer according to the Gra. Okay, I think in Israel they're still in standard time in April. America already on daylight savings time. According to Magen Avraham, according to 90 minutes, so then it is you know what he says on the bottom. My mistake. I wanted to say I made a mistake. I thought he's going by 90 minutes on the clock. He's not. He's going by 90 minutes adjusted for degrees, which is 19.1 degrees beneath the horizon. Although he doesn't say that here. So he says here, Orach Hayom is 15 hours and 48 minutes. Shows money is 1 hour and 19 minutes, 79 minutes. 4 hours Zemaniyos is 5 hours 16 minutes. And we add this on to Rosh Hashanah. So according to this, it's going to be 9 in the morning. So according to this, the gap is half an hour, right?
Mhm.
So it says, Hayom Nagim Machmili Achilas Chomer based on Pishita Magen Avraham, not us. We go according to the Gra. In
Okay.
Eretz Yisrael, the minhag is, it's ironic because in Eretz Yisrael, there is a minhag Machmili Magen Avraham. I don't think everybody, even though he says that that's universal, I do not think it is. But there is such a minhag, and we in Chutz La'aretz who go like the Gra every day go like the Gra also in Erev Pesach. Ask your local Orthodox rabbi.
They publish the times, and I just go by whatever they publish. But
Whatever
yeah,
they publish, absolutely. Okay, we got through the page.
sure.
I don't know if we're going to do 97 because it doesn't look like it's so important for us.
Average day.
What?
Okay. I'm just looking at-
We'll figure it out. I don't think so. I'm going to think we're going to skip 97 about the average date. This is where he talks about days not being equal. Is where he says that maybe do part of it. Maybe part of it. Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, very good.
Next week is Hanukkah. Are you going to be?
I'm going to be in Detroit. Don't know if we're going to be able to learn. We'll play it by ear.
Okay.
The week after, for sure, I can't learn. I'm going to be in Jacksonville, Florida, doing an Eruv. But so we'll try to arrange a different day, perhaps.
Do they have an Arab there already, or are you helping them put one up?
I'm just checking it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Have a
Thank
good
you.
week and a good Hanukkah.
You too. Bye.